Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and is saving money on taxes, for example, morally or for example, ethically wrong? And I know for a fact, a lot of you guys here are into business, entrepreneurship, so a lot of you think, like, hey, there's no problem here. And by the way, I think also there is no problem with that either. And by the way, my audience, you guys are awesome. So a few weeks ago, I made a video on why I'm moving to Puerto Rico to save, for example, almost 70% of my tax bill, okay? And you guys said, Tommy, awesome. Do it, bro. You got this, okay? That's awesome stuff, by the way. I appreciate you guys a ton. However, other people made that same video and they got a lot of hate. People said, hey, don't come over here. Stay over there. That's wrong because basically poor people can't do that, so you shouldn't be able to do it either. However, though, in reality, it's not true. You know, and rich people are not evil. Companies that basically don't pay taxes are not evil either because in reality, all this stuff in some way benefits the entire economy. So I got inspired to go ahead and say, hey, let me go ahead and make a video breaking down how saving money on taxes actually helps, for example, the economy as a whole. That way people know, hey, saving money on taxes is actually a good thing. So don't think like, hey, oh my gosh, it's a bad thing, all this stuff. Usually politicians say that for political reasons. They want to win, be the president, be into Congress, all that stuff. They have their reasons. However, it's important to understand exactly why it's actually not a bad thing. And that's basically what I'm going to try to do in this video right here. Now, if you guys are new here, guys, I post videos every single day. So you should also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. And on top of that, also destroy the like button. And remember, okay, this video is all about trying to save money in taxes the legal way. I'm not talking about doing it, for example, the illegal way. I don't support that in any way whatsoever. Now, I remember, for example, guys, my uncle told me once, Tommy, if you want to be very unhappy, the key is try to please everyone, you know, especially on the internet, okay? If you say save money in taxes, then you're a bad person. If you say you're not saving money, then you're stupid. There's a you can't really please everyone out there. So the key is try to please yourself. Try to be happy, not hurt anyone, and for example, growing as a person and also trying to help other people. But trying to please everyone is going to be the key of being unhappy. So guys, the very first thing, guys, is going to be this. Tommy, all the ways to save money on taxes, is this a good thing? Or for example, is this actually a bad thing? In reality, guys, it happens to be, for example, when you have a corporation or a big business, whenever they say, for example, 10% or 5% taxes, in reality, it could mean, for example, millions of dollars in tax savings. So it just happens to be that basically, because they make a lot more money than the individual, they happen to basically save a lot more money percentage-wise, okay? That's the whole idea. And by the way, guys, whenever you hear, oh my gosh, this business right here did not pay taxes, okay? You guys remember, for example, the whole thing with Amazon saying like, hey, Amazon pays $0 in federal taxes, you know, and that was the whole quote right there. However, the truth is this, guys, okay? They didn't say this, okay? They didn't tell you that basically between state taxes, local taxes or payroll taxes, Amazon pays somewhere around $1.5 billion. You know, in reality, guys, it's nearly impossible to avoid every single tax in America or in any other country out there, okay? Because you have, for example, federal taxes, local taxes, payroll taxes, Social Security taxes include payroll taxes. On top of also, for example, like sales tax. All those taxes right there, it's impossible to avoid all of them. Very impossible, okay? And the idea is that basically the only way Amazon or corporations save money on taxes is basically going out there and spending more money. So whenever you hear, for example, a tax incentive, is basically go ahead and basically have those businesses spend money in other places. That way it can create, for example, other jobs and also, for example, contribute to stimulating the economy. So although, for example, Amazon did not pay any federal taxes, they did pay a lot of taxes in other areas. And although they didn't pay taxes in federal taxes, the idea was, the only way that did it was basically by going out there and spending a ton of money on research and development and also, for example, expanding the business. So remember, for example, 2020, guys, the pandemic, people losing jobs. Well, Amazon created around 400,000 new jobs, okay? That's a cool thing. And also, for example, 1 million people that are actually employed now. All those people get paid money. They all provide something. Now, what I'm saying is this, okay? Whenever you have a tax incentive for a business, the idea is, in some way, it has to benefit the economy. In some way, it has to benefit an individual because that's how the whole tax law was actually written, okay? So when you have research and development, writing off losses, expansion, all that stuff creates more jobs for us, the people. That's the idea. So taxes, incentives, for example, avoid here, aren't a bad thing. It's kind of like the government in a way trying to say, for example, hey, let's make sure they spend money on these things right here. That way we can go ahead and create, for example, more and more jobs. And by the way, remember guys, okay, we do live in a capitalist country, meaning, for example, it is free trade, free transactions, all that stuff. Not free trade, by the way, but free transactions, okay? Meaning that if I have a product, you buy it free of will. You buy it because you want to. If I'm doing this, it's basically, hey, I want to make money. I want to buy a house. Basically fueled by self-fulfillment in a way, right? So the only way to actually do that for businesses is basically, hey, let's give them the reason to actually go ahead and grow basically jobs and all that stuff. Now, by the way, guys, I do want to say one thing here, okay? Because remember, okay, something is legal does not make it, for example, morally correct or, for example, ethically correct. Okay, so big example here, crazy example here. If you guys remember, for example, back in 2015, we had this whole issue right here, right? Someone paid this much money to do this to this line right here, a very famous line, okay? But I want to explain this from a perspective of the same thing with taxes here, and why taxes and avoiding them is actually not a bad thing. The idea is that basically, guys, as you guys know, in Africa, you have a problem with hunters and also poachers, okay? So you're trying to preserve the environment, right? Now, there's a lack of money going into that, right? To actually go ahead and preserve the environment. So what do they do in those parks trying to save the animals? They go ahead and say, hey, we're going to allow you to basically buy the right to hurt this animal right here. We'll use this money to basically save more animals. That's the way this works. Now, does that make it morally correct? Ethically correct? No. But is it legal? The answer is yes. And what I'm saying is basically, sometimes by giving, for example, a company the ability to save money in other ways, it helps a lot of people get jobs. Now, by the way, do I agree with this stuff? Obviously, I don't. However, I'm not in this field, and it was explained to me why they actually do everything. It makes sense, like with the whole financial aspect of it, but it doesn't make sense, for example, morally, and also, for example, ethically. And that's why I say not everything that's legal is morally correct or ethically correct. So always keep it in mind, okay? But the point is basically, when a corporation, when you hear this corporation pay no taxes, don't think, hey, they're evil, they're bad, all this stuff. In reality, think about, hey, I wonder how many jobs were created and what that money was spent on to actually go ahead and save them that money. That's the idea. And by the way, if you want to be an entrepreneur, the goal is when you save money in taxes in some way, you're going to go ahead and basically spend that money somewhere else. Now, on top of that, guys, a lot of people think that basically only businesses can save money on taxes. Basically, if you have a normal W-2 job or you're a small business, like you're like a contractor, self-employed, all that stuff, there's no way for you to actually go out there and save money on taxes. But in reality, that's not true, okay? Because guess what? There are a lot of ways for us individuals to go ahead and save money on taxes, okay? For example, if you have a normal W-2 job, or for example, you're self-employed, all that stuff, if you put money, for example, into your retirement account, that saves you money. If you withhold taxes, that way at the end of the year, you don't have to worry about the tax because basically you already paid it because that money is actually withheld. On top of that, when you put money into your college account for your kids, that saves you money also. You have deductions also, for example, on charity, all that stuff. You also can fund your HSA account. You can also fund, for example, your FSA account. The point is, guys, there are a lot of ways for individuals like you and me to go out there and save money on taxes also. And I never want to hear this, okay, guys? Oh, Tommy, if you donate $10,000 and deduct it from your in tax bill, in reality, you're a bad person, did it for the wrong reasons. It doesn't matter, okay? The whole game is this, okay, guys? A tax incentive is an incentive to go out there and do something. It's like when your mom says, hey, if you eat your vegetables, I'll buy you this, okay? It's to basically motivate you something right to then go ahead and benefit you in some way. Is it selfish, okay? Sometimes it is. Is it bad? Sometimes it is. But most of the time, it's not really bad. It's to save money here, spend money here, and the prospect is, hey, we're gonna make more money in the long term. So that's the idea usually when it comes to taxes. My perspective is this, guys, okay? When it comes to this whole thing, Tommy, is it wrong for me to go out there, save money on taxes or give to charity and basically deduct it and all this other stuff? The answer is going to be no. It isn't wrong. It isn't wrong because basically the people that created these laws did it for a reason. So you can actually go ahead and basically save money, but also in a way stimulate the entire economy. So for example, if I'm going to Puerto Rico, right? Imagine that. I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'm going to save money in taxes. Yes, but what does that mean? If I want to buy real estate, that's me putting money into the entire economy over there. When I buy something, that's me putting money in the economy over there. If I want to create more jobs, that's me putting money also in the economy over there. So the whole idea is this. The scary thing is basically, I think it's called gentrification. I can't really say the word, but it's the idea that when people come in and flow into our countries or whatever, the idea is that basically, hey, now we can't live there, all that stuff. That's actually like a big problem, right? But it's also going to, in some way, stimulate the economy. Now, the point of this video is not to talk about economics or, for example, like, oh my gosh, the economy in Puerto Rico and stuff like that, but it's more to talk about basically, saving money in taxes is not wrong ethically or morally, okay? If there's, for example, a little loophole, it's okay to take advantage of it because basically it was put in there for a reason. And in some way, what you're going to do is spend money on some things to then go ahead and stimulate the economy overall, okay? Guys, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And by the way, I made this video because basically a lot of people feel bad in some way about trying to save money in taxes somehow, some way. Oh, I can't do that. If I donate money, I can't deduct it. If I try to save money here, then I must be a bad person. No. When you save money by employing people, by getting money to their retirement, you're doing something good, but you're also saving money at the same time. You can do two good things at the same time also. That's the idea for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Let me know, do you agree with me? Or, for example, do you actually disagree with me? Comment down below. Let me know. As always, if you like this video, well, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. And if you guys want to DM me, well, hit me up on Instagram, TommyBryson. And before I go, if you want to call me directly, well, join me on my channels, links down below. And by the way, guys, this right here is like fake money, like prop money. So don't think I'm over here like showing off money. It's just like for prop, okay? To show you like, hey, an example, all right? So don't think I'm more, oh, this guy is so full of himself. No, it's like literally like fake money, all right? That's the whole goal here. But if you want to call me, right, one-on-one, well, join my third channel, link down below. You can actually call me for free for 30 minutes and talk to me about whatever you actually want to talk about, okay? See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always,